home in a fire. He moonlights as a small business owner. He works at Ace Hardware by day. I mean, if this guy doesn't personify the American spirit, I don't know who does. Today on our show, we have JR Flores. If you don't know him, you should go visit him at Ace. He's maybe one of the most widely known guys in town. Everyone knows Junior. So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
I think so.
All right.
I think it's going to be a great time.
Well, let's start off with the thing that everyone's probably the most curious about if they don't already know the story. If you're not familiar, Junior and his family, his wife and his 4 kids, they live in Bunkerville, and they had a house fire. He was just telling me about it. Actually, this is the day that they're officially no longer recovering from the fire.
Right.
And that was 2.5 years ago?
2.5 years ago.
That is so crazy. I want to talk a little bit after you tell us the story of the fire about rebuilding a house in Bunkerville and like what that entailed. But first off, can you share with us the day of that, that crazy day and what happened and how that affected you and your family?
Let's see. Well, it was November the 4th. It was on a Friday. I was DJing. Imagine that.
He's always working.
I was DJing the ladies' night over at Ace Hardware, wrapping things up, and my phone rings, and it's my wife. She says, "The house is on fire." I joking like, "What do you mean the house is on fire?" And then I hear it. You could hear that scare in their voice, right? Like, the house is on fire. And at that time, we had like the Ring cameras. So my cameras went off, and you open it up, and all you hear is just, you hear the noise, the crackling, and just smoke. I mean,
crazy. My
my heart drops. I literally left all my DJ equipment, jumped in my truck, trailer and all, closed it up, and I hauled ass all the way to Bunkerville to find my house engulfed in flames.
Crazy. Well, thank God everybody was safe, right?
Yeah,
That's
yes.
the most important thing. But
Yeah.
you guys had just bought that house not that long before that, right?
So we bought it in 2018. We bought a piece of crap house. To be very honest. She was a fixer-upper, but it is what it is. I mean, so we bought a house. We just got done remodeling. What was it? Our bathroom, I think. Our bathroom in our master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally just got done remodeling them. So it sucked. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it was probably one of the hardest things we've had to go through in our lives. Because everything you worked so hard for, gone. People say it's just materials, right? And materials can be replaced. Although this is true, those materials had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in them. Like I said, we took this house and we tore it down. We tore it down from the inside. We completely gutted it, rebuilt it. On the outside, there was nothing on the outside. It was a house and a dirt lot. I wanted to see the sky from the house. And then we did everything. We put grass in, sprinklers, walls, and in a matter of minutes, it's all gone. It's just taken from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the most difficult part, right? Like, we took a little house and we made it ours. But, now here we are 2.5 years later, and we got our house back. Right.
So for those of you guys that don't know, Bunkerville, we live in Mesquite. I live in Mesquite. We're filming in Mesquite. But Junior and his family live in Bunkerville. So Bunkerville is a little town that is basically attached to Mesquite. It's pretty much part of Mesquite.
Part of Mesquite, yeah.
But it is not a city. It's part of Clark County. Mm-hmm. So 2.5 years to rebuild a house is insane. I think we're kind of seeing some of that same situation happening in California with all these people whose houses have burned down, like just trying to rebuild and all the hurdles that the government can put on you. Is that why it took so long for you guys to build back, or what was the big
Yeah,
thing.
because so the house burned down November the 4th, and then I think I want to say, I mean, we kind of just we did took care of all that stuff, and I really want to say probably we sat down with our contractor. I want to say like in February, and kind of started hashing out all the details, and I think we finally working with the architect back and forth. I think we submitted. I want to say like in April. So it took a really long time. And I don't know I don't know how to say this without pissing off Clark County, but I think it's how much money you have in your pockets. Honestly, I really do, because you watch these places in Vegas, these multi-million-dollar businesses, they tear it down and they start building in 6 months. And here I am just trying to rebuild a little house, and it took us, what is it, I think 18 months to get our permits.
Wow.
And it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just way too long. And I'm not the only one. There's other houses that in Bunkerville, I've heard people, it took them 24 months to get their permits. So I don't know. I don't know if the government down in Clark County, what it is. I mean, Vegas is huge, right? And that's kind of what it is. Bunkerville's part of that Clark County. In Bunkerville, there's no mayor. There's a town board, but they don't make any of those decisions, right? All that has to go through Vegas.
Right.
So
through the county commission.
Through the county, yep. So I don't know why it takes so long, or that part sucks, and it's frustrating.
Where did you guys live the whole time that you were homeless, basically?
So the first month we moved in with my mother-in-law. And then we got an apartment. And that was an experience on itself. Not taking anything away from people that live in apartments, right? But we were in a small little house, 1,500 square feet, big enough for my family. So now all my kids had their own rooms, and now I'm taking all my kids and sticking them in a 900 square foot apartment. That's 2 bedrooms.
Crazy.
On top
of losing everything. Yeah, I mean, on top of the trauma of losing all your stuff and going through that experience, which is, I can't even imagine. And now you're effectively homeless, living in an apartment with like none of your stuff, your clothes, your shoes, your pictures, nothing, right?
Yeah,
all gone.
We basically lost everything. But my kids for sure, they lost everything, because their rooms were the ones that ultimately were gone. And this is kind of where the community kind of stepped up, man. I mean, it that day that my house caught on fire, I remember my wife, she had a hose in her hand, and I took the hose from her and became a firefighter. Now, mind you, I beat the fire department there.
Oh.
Yeah. So, beat the fire department there. And so, you start doing what you can, right? I mean, you're watching your house burn. So, and all I remember is my brother-in-law grabbing me and pulling me, because that's when the fire department got there. And I don't know what it is. I was staring at my house, and I turned around, and there's just a crowd of people. But it's not just Bunkerville people. It was people, friends, family from here that, I mean, word just got like that. It was super quick. I turned around and they were just all there. So November, a little chilly. My kids got out with whatever they had on their back. Same thing with my wife. So there, people from Bunkerville brought clothes, sweaters for my kids. The neighbor across the street, Fred and Michelle, they took my boys in their house. And then so it was just me and my wife out on the street. So she got sweater and some sweats from somebody. I couldn't tell you who, And it was surreal, right? Like, it was just seeing all these people that you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And they just come and lend you a hand. So then now here we are, we get an apartment, and then we just see all these fundraisers. Literally all these fundraisers for us, for my family. And people that we don't even know reached out and said, what can we do to help? You know, I know Eureka gave us some rooms when the house, like the days after the house fire. Eureka gave us some rooms. People called us and said, hey, I got you some rooms, you know, at the hotels. And so it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, that part was cool because it was, you know, knowing that the city had our back.
That is one of the most, I think, incredible things about this town. You know, it obviously has its faults like everywhere, I suppose, but you're constantly seeing, I mean, at least I'm constantly seeing on social media some fundraiser for one of the kids that's got cancer, or one of the adults, or in your guys' case. So I would say to anybody who's not from here or doesn't live here, one of the amazing things about this town is that the support for people when they're having a hard time is just, it never ends. There's people are always willing to jump in and help, and you've seen that firsthand. That's got to be crazy.
It really was crazy, right? Because it said all these people just reached out and, you know, hey, we're doing a fundraiser for you guys. Don't have to worry about it, you know. And it's like, how do you repay them? You know, I mean, they're like, hey, you know, just to let you know, we're not taking any money that we raise for you guys, you know, for the cost of the food or whatever. It was like, so they put skin in it, you know, from their game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that, to me, that hit hard.
How does that make you feel about the community now that you have been on the other side of that? Does that give you any sort of, you know, feelings of pay it forward, or what did that experience give you?
Yeah, you have to pay it forward, I feel like. I mean, I guess you don't have to do anything, but
right.
Pay it forward. I mean, it was, you know, heartbreaking, you know, our situation, but then seeing everybody come out was just the most beautiful thing ever.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you could go back, you know, if you could rewind back to like the day before the fire or the week before the fire, not that you could have done anything different, but how do you feel like it changed you? Like your perspective on life, your perspective on belongings, and has it changed you at all?
Yeah, don't take anything for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever take anything for granted, because your life can change in a matter of minutes, seconds. You know, and people always say it's just, oh, it's just this and it's that, but it's more, right? You know, spend more time with your kids, spend more time with your loved ones, because honestly, man, life changes. I mean, my family was home. My kids were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if it wasn't for my wife, you know, taking all the kids out of the house, and, you know, I can be sitting here talking to you without a family.
Right. Wild.
So
thank God.
Yeah. It's just, don't take anything for granted. Family, cherish it. Cherish your kids. We all complain, right? We all complain about our kids, but I mean, they are the biggest blessings ever. You know, so I just had my oldest kid just graduated. You know, and just like that, life's now I have a freshman now coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, you know, you gotta go, man. It's just
It's flying by every single
That's
day.
right.
Well, speaking of that, I know that it flies by even faster when you're busy. Man, time flies when you're just going with your head down. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, you know, you're working at Ace Hardware full time during the day. I think you can dive into that a little bit more. You're doing DJ Fuego, so he's out there dropping sick beats as a DJ Fuego. And then he's also building a print shop. And man, I just, like, you're raising a family or coaching soccer. Like, do you ever sleep?
What's that?
I know.
That's actually funny because my father-in-law said you sleep when you die.
Yeah.
And right now it's just hustle.
So what's a day in the life of Junior, or a week look like? What does it look like for you?
It depends on the day. Normally, you know, wake up 5:30, get dressed, get ready for work. Shift starts at 6:30. Get off at 6. You know, and then soccer practice is at 7. So get done with soccer practice at 9. Go home, have dinner, shower, and jump on the laptop and start designing.
Oh, for your print shop. Wow, crazy.
So, yeah, this is probably Mondays. Yeah, and then the weekends is family time / work on the house. Whatever, you know, I mean, it's
You're
crazy.
busy. Yeah, I guess that's something to talk about too. Going back to the house is, like, I can remember you posting on social media and being out before the fire, being out there, like, pouring concrete and doing, like, a lot of the projects yourself. Did you guys do a lot of this stuff when you were rebuilding? Did you have family? I think it was your family members, and people would be like, you'd be posting it on social, like, oh, we're out here building a wall or doing whatever. And so you are busy with that stuff too, I imagine.
Before the fire, when we got our little fixer-upper. Yeah, we did everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family, friends. I think very little. I don't think I paid, like, actually paid them. It paid
in
like,
beer, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of beer and carne asada, for sure. But I don't think I actually hired somebody, I guess I could say, to go do something at our house. The tile. I did. I hired someone to do tile. Sorry, this Mexican doesn't do tile. Tried that. I failed.
It's one of the jobs.
Yeah. Miserably.
When you guys were rebuilding the new house, were you doing a lot of the stuff, or didn't have time?
What we could do, there are a lot of stuff that you have to hire subs, right? You have to plumbing, electrical, HVAC,
right?
Things like that have to go, you know. But for the most part, you know, we did a lot of it ourselves, like all the dirt work, you know, all the dirt work we did. So we had to raise our lot 3 feet.
Crazy. So in addition to working all the jobs, raising 4 kids, being a husband, you're rebuilding a house. That's just wild. You got a lot going on. So I'm guessing you're glad to have that chapter behind you guys.
Yes.
So you can.
Yep. Now that chapter's done and closed, and let's see what the next chapter brings.
I know. So speaking of chapters, let's talk about your new business, the one you started, the print shop. So when I first met you, I moved here, and I don't know, maybe it was a year after living here, I think I decided I was going to run for city council. And I'm thinking that's when I first started meeting you, maybe over at Final Details, printing shirts or whatever we were doing for the campaign, or I was doing for the campaign. But that store was pretty successful. And then there were some changes. Can you walk us through a little bit about all that stuff?
Yeah, if memory serves correct, I think Final Details opened like in 95, 96, 97, somewhere in there. It was Mike and Dana Duncan. They're the best.
Great people.
They are great people. Yeah, it was funny. You know, high school, cars. So Final Details was the spot to go for stickers and all this. And one day I walk in to go to sticker, and I'm like, "You hiring?" He's like, "Maybe. Come see me tomorrow." And I guess that's kind of where my printing career kind of took off.
Cool.
You know, I started working there in high school, and I was,
You were there for a long time.
I was there. So I was there from high school. Oh, crap. Until I turned 21. Because when I turned 21, I went to war for Budweiser. But then, yeah, but off and on, still go and help. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of what started it all, though.
So then the original owners sold the store.
Mm-hmm.
I think it changed hands a couple times. It's still in business as Clark County Printing or something like that.
They sold it to a printing company out of Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So they came down. That's when it was transformed into Clark County.
Mm-hmm.
And they owned it, what is it, up until, I want to say about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then it switched hands.
And you were there the entire time.
So up until when it switched hands.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it switched hands, and that's when I left.
Okay.
So it was, it was time for me to turn the page and move on.
All right. You left on a good note.
I did until I didn't.
Isn't it funny how that works?
So
Everything's good until it's not.
I put my 2 weeks in. He says, "Hey, we no longer need your employment." Cool, and it kind of spiraled out of control there.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of spiraled out of control.
And now it just so happens that you started your own print shop.
I did. I did. So I have a business partner, John Pantelakis.
I love John.
Yeah, me and John
and Isabel are great people.
We talked about it a lot, right? During soccer, because he coaches the JV team at the high school, and so back and forth, we joked around and yeah, it just kind of went crazy. So it was like, screw it, let's do it.
Right. So what are you guys doing? What sort of projects are you working on? Obviously printing. So like if people want flyers or letters or what all do you guys do?
We do it all. One-stop shop, man. From startup company, we can do your business cards, your T-shirts, wrap on a car. We can do it all. I mean, whatever you need, we can do it. If you want a mug, I can do a mug for you, whatever.
Right.
And if not, I'll invent something.
Are you guys doing the vinyl stickers? And okay, because we need a sticker on the front of our window here. No one can find us, which I kind of like. So, but we need at least some sort of identifying mark on the front so people know where to go. So we'll have to talk after the show.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Bedazzle this thing out.
Bedazzle it. I love that. Yeah. Okay, so business. Business is like the thing that I love. That's my wheelhouse. Business and politics. Those are my two loves. But talk to me about business. You've worked in print shop businesses, you worked at Ace, so you've worked for people and you've worked directly for the business owners. So it's not like some major corporation where you're just some cog in the wheel. You're actually seeing the day to day and now you're doing it on your own. Well, you already were a DJ, which is a business in and of itself, but now you're like really doing a business where you're putting out a product, I guess, a tangible product. What's that been like and give us some insight into what that looks like in a small town and how does it work? How does it look?
It's different. That's for sure. Right. You have to overheads or whatever. I mean, if you're renting equipment, you got to pay for that. So you have to make sure you make enough to pay for that stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. But it's fun. I'll tell you that much. Actually, I think John's wife, she's the one that handles most of all that kind of stuff, all the back end stuff.
Cool.
Me and John just have to worry about designing and the grunt, the sweat.
All right.
So I don't really handle too much of the back end stuff for our business. Isabel does that. But I mean, it's cool. It's nothing's really changed, right? I've been dealing with a lot of our businesses here in town for a long time, so now I just made the transition to it's for us now, right? It's our business and no longer working for somebody else in the printing world. But it feels good to be more in control. Like you actually control it. You can control your pricing structure. So you can get the business. You know, because I've came to realize that prices is really huge, and especially right now.
Right.
You know.
Why especially right now?
Everything's so expensive, you know. So I kind of feel like if we don't keep our prices low, we're going to price ourselves out, and then they're going to go elsewhere, right? Where other printing companies, you know, they have way bigger machines than what we do. A wise old man once told me, if that machine's not running, you're not making any money.
Right.
So, and, you know, you're talking about a big old corporate business. If their, you know, $1 million printer isn't running, they're going to lose money. So if they make 2 cents over cost, I mean, they're making money. But as long as that machine's turning, so we have to make sure our prices are really competitive. And for being a little mom and pop shop, we can compete with those big dogs.
Right. How does it work for, you know, getting business and then having everything being online these days? I mean, you can pretty much go online and do everything. Do you find that, I know for me, when I first moved here, I was going to Final Details not because it was the cheapest, not because it was, you know, whatever, but it was local. And so do you feel, because I feel like everything that most of us do these days, someone can just get online and figure out how to do it themselves. Do you feel like that people, you know, use you because you're local, because they know you and it's a relationship thing? Or, I mean, is it just easier to go through you? What's the dynamic there?
Probably a little bit of all the above. You know, I know that I've dealt with a lot of businesses for a long time, so I know what their demands are. They just pick up the phone, they call me, send me a text, send me an email, whatever, and we just get it done, right? And you're absolutely right. You can go on the internet, and within a couple of days, man, your order gets delivered.
Right.
You know, but what happens when that order gets screwed up? A lot of online printing companies have that little click at the bottom that says you are responsible after this, you know, screen or whatever. With us, it's a little bit easier, right? You call us, I'll send you a proof, or vice versa, right? We can make calls. It's sometimes it's better to be in front of a person, talk to somebody, sit down with them, versus being on the computer or, you know, talking to someone on the other line that you can barely understand.
Yeah, that's so true. I never thought about that. There is something satisfying and safe about knowing that the person that you're using is here and I can see you and I can interact with you in real life. And also, I think when you're doing stuff online, you're doing most of the creation yourself. Right. And then you're seeing a little proof and it's like, well, I don't know what that's actually going to look like. And I'm not a design expert. Like, what if it looks like crap when it shows up at my office and the business cards look terrible? You're right. That's my fault because I've just basically been interacting with a template and a computer. And now I'm back to square one if I don't like them, right? Yeah. Not that if they approve the proof through you that you're going to be like, okay, we'll start all over from scratch. But I imagine you can help with the designs and you've been in the game long enough that I imagine you have the experience to know, like, this is going to look good, this is not going to look good, versus me just being online and, like, literally using a template, right? In Canva or whatever online deal, right?
Yeah, and that's it. There's that, right? You go online and business card, you know, that's a perfect example. You go to a business card, you go to any of these online companies, and they give you templates. I mean, that template is just not exclusive to you.
Right.
It's for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're doing a car wash business, you know, who knows? Joe Smo may have the same business card as you do.
Yeah.
You know?
Likely he does.
Yeah. So, and that's where we come in. And most people, and I guess the good thing is most people, they already have an idea of what they want. So we take their chicken scratch and we make it come into life.
That's pretty sweet.
We take their, you know, there's been some logos out there that have a little out of this world for sure.
That's cool. All right. So what, I know you have a couple of kids and you're a family man and all that stuff. What's it like raising kids? I know you have one special needs son who you said just graduated, so that's interesting. What's it been like raising a family in Mesquite for people that might be watching, thinking about moving here? I guess, what would you say about the town?
I mean, I can't really say anything bad about Mesquite, right? I mean, it has its pros and it has its cons. Mm-hmm. The only thing, and I kind of feel like it's a little slower, Mesquite caters to its retired people, man. 100%. I mean, these retirees scream bloody murder and they kind of get what they want. And people with families, people that actually work in this town, and everybody pays taxes. I get that. But when you work here, you figured the city would cater more to people with families. Yeah, we have the rec center, but that's kind of about it, right? I mean, there's nothing else for kids to do here. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wish the city would do more stuff, for people with families.
Right.
In general, Yeah, they got a skate park. But if I'm not mistaken, how many pickleball courts didn't go up before that skate park did? And all that money just doesn't, it comes from the same. It's all funded, right? Somebody has to fund it. So, I mean, I think that's my only pet peeve is I wish the city would do more for people with families.
Right.
Versus let's just cater to the retirement community.
Right. What are some things you wish the city would do? What would you like to see them do?
And it's not so much, I guess, that the city can't control, right? Because we used to have a skating rink, and I think it just didn't work out, not enough business. I mean, there are stuff that people have tried, right? But why does the city do a skating rink? I mean, why doesn't the city, make it where it's more affordable, too? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's, I guess, me and my family, and I say been blessed, right? But, it's just, I've always hustled.
I was going to say, I know you've been blessed. I'm not going to detract from that, but you work 3 jobs, right? So.
Yeah, I hustle, right?
Yeah.
But I just wish that the city could do more stuff for families, right? There's plenty of things to do, I don't know, just something more, family nights, whatever. I mean, it's just little things, and I know they've done, like, right now it's the summer, and they've done, like, free family nights for the rec center and the pool, and but I don't know if it's so much the rec center doing that or other businesses. I don't know. Don't really know the logistics on that, but just things like that, right? I mean, things that are kind of low dollar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, utilizing the structure that we already have, right? Like the rec center, getting a little more creative with what we already have. I guess I kind of want to go back and talk about, you did mention that there was a skating rink. I never did go. I don't think that I was living here at that point, but, and you said people have tried different stuff. I guess that's where I always get caught up is it's like, how do you, we all want stuff, and I believe that the free market should create what the community wants, right? If somebody wants it and they're willing to pay for it, then somebody ought to build it. But a lot of that stuff doesn't seem to work. And it's like, why? What do you think? I own a business, you own a business, so obviously it's possible. But then there's businesses that get built that people say they want, but then it doesn't work and they go out of business. Like, you've been here longer than I have. What do you think the issue is? Do you think it's a seasonality of the town? Do you think it's like people aren't planning enough? They don't know what they're doing when they start the business? Like, what do you think is at the crux of that?
For one, I think it's location. Mm-hmm. Location's huge. Like the skating rink, man. The skating rink was way over by Do It Best, way down there. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you and your 5 little friends get together, I kind of feel like you need to be within walking distance, right? Or at that rate, you needed mom and dad, and brother, sister, whoever, to drive you. I mean, you couldn't just, I mean, you could, right? Jump on your bike, but that's a long ways to go in 120-degree weather.
That's true. Especially since the town's grown a lot since then, like as far as filling out that space in between. But I do think that, there are things that I would like to do here, and I think you're 100% right. There's nowhere to do it, right? Yeah. It's either Mesquite Boulevard, and I feel like other small towns, they have old buildings that can be fixed up, whereas here, you have got to start from scratch. You got to build something, and it's like, man, it's hard to, do any sort of business if you have to cover all the overhead of constructing a building and getting all the permits and doing all that stuff. So it's like, I wish there was an answer for that. Maybe there is. Maybe you've got some ideas, but it feels like it's just, a continual uphill battle for small business owners to find a space and then to build something that's not going to go out of business in 6 months. Like, we just saw like the coffee shop on the corner went out of business or shifted to a different model, I guess. But you see it all the time, right? Somebody has a great idea, it starts up, and then it's gone. And it's like, what's the answer to that? How do we fix that?
That's a good question. That is a really good question, man. And that is true. That's happened a lot in this town. Mm-hmm. I mean, a great business comes in with a great model, a great idea, and 6 months they've closed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you battle that. I don't know if for one, I do know it's prices, right? I don't know about the coffee shop. We went in a few times. I felt like their prices was fair, so I don't know. I don't know if it's just not enough support with the people. That one's tough.
Right.
It's really tough. That I remember us, what was it, 2017, when we resurrected the Hardy's garage in the boulevard and turned it up into a mechanic shop. That was tough. That was another business venture for myself. But that one, it was family, Yeah. It was me, my brother, and Victor that went into that one. And we were all working still our normal jobs. And on my day off, I would open. On his days off, he would open. I mean, that was tough, But we took an old building. Mm-hmm. We took an old building, tore it apart, fixed it up, opened the doors, and then look at it now. Now it's still there, and they're different. Not a mechanic shop no more, but it's still there. It's open.
Yeah, and they seem to be doing really well. It's the air conditioning. What is it?
I think it's Guillen.
Yeah. Well, they do multiple things, but anyways, I guess maybe they had something going on before they moved there, right? They had already been up and going, and they just needed a space.
Bigger space, yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's a conundrum that we continue to face in this town. Yeah. I have a million ideas of things that I would love to do here. And, frankly, it seems like sometimes it's a lack of finding a location. Other times it feels like I've called the city about ideas, and then they shoot it down. And it's like, man, it's tough. But if you can get it going, it's an awesome town. And, I don't think that there's anywhere else I'd rather live. Like, we were just in St. George last night for my dad's birthday, going to Topgolf. And that's what I love about this town. It's a small town. It's a safe town. And you move here kind of knowing that there are trade-offs, right? At least I did. Yeah. You're not going to have the mall. You're not going to have the sports team down the street like I did at Summerlin when I lived in Vegas. You're not going to have all the restaurants, but you've got a safe town, a nice town that, God forbid, you ever have something happen to your family, you're going to have people that are going to be there to support you. And, we're close to stuff, right? So if you can't get it here, you can go to St. George or you can go to Vegas, which is super nice.
Yeah, so. There's pros and cons to this town, but I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade moving anywhere else. Mesquite's just, I can get somewhere within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Have the traffic to deal with.
And when my car breaks down, I can drive my Razor to work.
Yep, yeah. Been there.
All right. Anyways, well, is there anything we didn't cover that you want to talk about? Actually, why don't you tell people about your business, the name, how they can reach you, and let's try to see if we can get some more customers for you.
Yeah. So I said we started a printing company. It's called JJ's Printing Services. We do it all. I mean, like I said, you can send me a text. Annie will put my number in her little about me and somewhere in the video.
Your info, for sure. Yeah.
So it's all there. I think there's not one person that probably doesn't have my number. And if not, you can really get it really easy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Our email address, same thing. If you can, just, we'll put it in there.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description with the video for sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys have social media stuff going on?
We have social media. I'm a social media guru when it comes to my DJ page, but my printing page needs a little work.
Yeah. Are you DJing a lot of parties and stuff still, or is that kind of
it's a hit and miss, it's like especially when we started building the house. I didn't take on so much gigs just for that reason. I kind of wanted to concentrate more on building our house and get my family back home. Right?
Yeah, that's kind of a big job.
Yeah. So, and then I guess I've been fortunate. I can pick and choose.
Right.
And right now we're in the full swing of soccer season. So same thing. I won't take on very much gigs.
Right.
Monday through Fridays. Crazy Saturdays. Both my kids, all three of my kids now will be playing club soccer too. So busy on Saturdays. So I mean, stay really busy. My family stays really busy. This is where dad turns into work and soccer coach and business owner, and mom turns into work, soccer mom, and this is our season.
Yeah. Well, on that note, you have an amazing wife. It's Brenda, right? Yep. And she is a nurse.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, she's an amazing gal. You're so lucky, I'm sure to have all the support of your wife, because you're a busy dude.
Oh, yeah.
Busy dude.
She's put up some of my crazy ass ideas for sure, man. I tell you that much. I don't know what wife would just, oh yeah, go for it. Go do this. That's not how that went, but it's pretty close. Yeah, cool. She's great, man. I have nothing bad to say about her. She's been my support system since we got together, And hey, I want to open a mechanic shop. Whatever, let's do it. Didn't work, whatever I pitch.
Yeah.
She's always right there. She may not agree with it, but she's there. She has my back. So. That's
awesome. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a supportive partner and a little bit of elbow grease, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is the place. I promise you. This is, if you have a dream and you go after it, you can accomplish it.
I love that. I totally believe and agree with what you're saying. So anyways, thank you so much for coming on. And when you guys get the house done and you're ready for a tour, I would love to get the camera over there. We can walk through the house and, maybe toast a little champagne and show everybody what you guys built. Because I did see you over there a couple months. Geez, it's been a while now. 6 months ago, you guys were out there walking around the concrete pad on the job site, and it'll be cool to see it come full circle. So we're really happy for you guys. I'm so glad that's chapter's finally behind you. And I'm looking forward to getting you to make a sign for our front window and do some projects together.
Let's get together. Let's get her done.
I know. All right.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Make sure you just subscribe to the channel, like the channel. Check out J&J Printing, also DJ Fuego. If you can get him, he's an amazing DJ. So get him while you can, and we will see you next time. All right, we're here at the Flores house. New, improved, risen from the ashes.
That's right.
It's looking amazing. Do you want to give us a tour?
Yeah, come on in, guys.
Okay.
This is it.
I love it. So, show us around. Where do we go first?
So this is mother-in-law suite, however you want to call it. And then you walk into our living room. Of course, I designed it all myself. My wife had nothing to do with this at all. She just kind of took the back burner on it, No, honestly, everything, I was just labor part, all the ideas, all that were all hers. I mean, I can't take credit for that, but she wanted all gold backsplash, pot fillers, the microwave, oven combo.
Nice walk-in pantry. You got the overhead cabinetry with all your bar supplies and liquor up there, which is kind of hard to get. So
Yeah.
you didn't think that one out very well, but it looks good.
Yeah, the only thing that was mine was this. I've always wanted a big Virgin Mary with her own, her own place. So this was, I can say, only thing is mine.
She got her own light.
She has her own light. All this was an afterthought. This is my wife and her not staying off the internet.
Pinterest?
Yeah, I don't know where she kept, but she found this and she says, hey, build this for me. So me and my buddy Abel, we built it. And I think it kind of came out pretty good.
It really did. I love these doors too. These are the ones that open up so you can totally have
Show you?
Inside of Yeah,
So,
do it.
This one opens this way.
We expect to be invited over for a taco party.
Oh, for sure. As soon as we do that.
You.
So eventually our backyard will be done, finished, and then we can really, but yes, this is the view.
That is so cool.
You can't beat this, right? You can't, without paying $1 million, this is all perfect.
This is the party pad. You guys know where to go.
The garage.
What's next?
So this is Michael and Adriel. This is their bedroom. This is where they share. They have their own walk-in closet. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's bigger than ours.
Brenda, sorry.
And then you have Jill's room. You got, his own, same thing, little closet, but it's his own room. As you can tell, they're fully decorated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, boys just care about the PlayStation.
That's kind of about it. There are 3.5 bathrooms, so this is like I guess you could say the main one that everybody will use. And then the mother-in-law had its own bathroom, and then of course Masher, and then my garage has another one.
So you guys don't know, it's an inside joke. I came by one day with my son. I don't know where we were going. They were outside when it was still concrete here, arguing over the size of the master closet. And let's just say Brenda is not satisfied with the size of the master closet. So anyways.
Hey, let's go on and let's go see where all the magic that does not happen.
That was Brenda's favorite part.
Oh gosh, so this is our little mini suite for us. It's not big, but it's like I told her, man, we don't need anything big. We just come in here to sleep.
Right.
But door leads you to the backyard.
Right.
Same thing, this wasn't in there, so it was kind of more of an add-on after.
So is the house on the same original footprint? No.
No,
Okay.
no. So the original house was 1,500 square feet. This house is 2,200 square feet, and my garage is 1,400 square feet.
Yes.
Priorities.
All right, we got the bathroom. Sorry, I'm not sure how to navigate
I don't know.
spaces with 3 people and a camera.
So,
I'm not here.
no, he's not here.
All right, just the camera.
So this is
Take a shower.
rain. But yeah, he said all this color scheme was all hers. This was.
You gotta get the closet though. You gotta get the closet because he's never gonna live it down.
Well, when you look at plans, I'm no builder, and you look at numbers and you kind of picture it in your head. It's a good size, babe. It's a good size. Please, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure she pointed out that the shower is like as big as the closet.
You're not helping this at all. You're not helping this
I'm on the girl team.
whatsoever.
I'm on the girl team. Okay, when I said where the magic happens, I really was talking about the garage.
Okay, we can do that. Laundry room, same thing. All this were add-ons after the fact, and then
The grand finale.
the grand finale. You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to be wowed?
It better be good because the bar's like way up here.
Oh, the bar has been set. Although I am gonna say something, okay? Somebody stole my bar.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
It's now a news desk.
Yes.
But don't worry, I'll have a beer there in your honor.
Yes. And then here we are. This is the man cave. Couch, TV, sound system, refrigerator, everything but my bar. I'm not gonna let that one go.
Sorry.
See, that bar was supposed to be right over there, big old DJ Fuego on there. But you know what, I'll give it to you. It looks good in your office. So.
It's gonna be a news desk. That's better than a bar.
Yeah.
What do you need 2 razors for?
It's not even mine. This one's Ricky's. This is Ricky's tent. This is his.
If you need your windows tinted, Ricky's the dude.
This is his. So we
tag him in this.
Yeah. So he left it here. We're always going riding. So I'm like, dude, just leave it here.
Right.
Instead of trailing it back and forth, I'm like, just leave it here. So he just leaves it here, and then we all go riding. And so it's here, and we just hop in and go. And sometimes my wife will take it, and then I'll take mine, and whatever.
Pretty sweet.
So.
Well, you guys did a great job.
Thank you guys.
Kudos to you. Come build me a house now.
I'm still married. Slightly. It was a couple times where
it got rocky.
It got a little rocky. Of course, I came out on top. Come on now.
You did get the bathroom in the garage, and she has a rinky-dink closet. So.
Well, you stopped.
No, he's never gonna live that one down.
No. You know what? Yes, I will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When you build her a bigger house?
That's right.
Okay, that's fair. All right, well, thanks for giving us the tour. We're so happy for you guys. We are ecstatic to see that you guys have totally recovered from the fire. What an ordeal, and nobody could deserve it more than you guys.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it all. Like I said, this is all possible because of not just me, but it's everybody, right? The communities came together to help us, and it's not just for my family, but this is, for everybody. This is all because of everybody.
Right. And we expect to be invited over for a taco housewarming party, don't we, everybody?
Yes, eventually, when my yard is done, then we will have an open house.
Deal.
I'm freaking dead man again.
We'll see you next time, guys.